Welcome back, guys. Now, a 34-year-old Nigerian migrant has been arrested by the Carabinieri in Italy. According to the news, they said that this guy stole some church equipment and some computers too. So I'm wondering how much are you going to sell this equipment? Because I know that second-hand items are not valued in Europe. Believe you me, it's unless when it comes to maybe cars, okay, unless when it comes to, but when it comes to maybe home appliances and all the rest of it, they are less, or they are the list of things you can buy. Some people give it out to people who don't have. So I wonder why this guy would go and steal computer or church equipment. Church, oh, Fabro steals computer equipment in church. 34-year-old Nigerian is arrested. Now let's look at the full details of what happened. Now they say Fabro, TR, 15 June 2024. Now, the Carabinieri of the Fabro station arrested in the flagrant act of aggravated theft a 34-year-old Nigerian regular on the Italian system without a fixed abode. That is, he doesn't have a resident permit. Okay, now this resident permit indicates where you live, where you reside. But this guy, he doesn't have. Maybe he's sleeping in the street or sleeping wherever or sleeping with friends whenever our system. Now, according to the information here, burdened by previous convictions and by the security measure of hospitalization in REMs pending since November 2023, but not carried out, despite having been requested several times by the competent authorities, due to lack of places in the structures responsible for carrying out the measure. Because he doesn't have a resident permit, even the request for his presence, he has not appeared. And the police does not know where he stays. So the thing was less cared about. Now he used his hand now to bring it back to their knowledge. In Italy, there's a way they behave. That's why some people tell you that you can live in Italy all the rest of your life without documents, as far as you are not committing crime. Maybe they don't want to give you documents, but you can stay in that country. If you are not committing crime, you're not looking for trouble, you're not making troubles, you can still live within people and nobody. The only thing is that you are not going to have these basic things like resident or to renew document. That is where you are going to find it difficult or something like that. But if you want to live a God life, you can live it to the fullest. Some people have chosen that path. Now, on Thursday morning, the man was noticed by a passerby leaving a local church with a suspicious look and with computer equipment, a monitor and a Wi-Fi receiver in his hands. They report to NUE, which is a 112, which is the Carabinieri emergency number, and the immediate dispatch of a patrol from the local station made it possible to identify the foreigner not far away. Subjected to a search, the man was found in possession of both the material removed shortly before, then returned to the person entitled to it, and a switchblade with a 7-centimeter blade, which had been seized. The foreigner was then thus arrested flagrantly for aggravated theft and referred for illegal possession of weapons or object capable of offending, with subsequent placement in a security room. This is how he revived his history to the police. Now police have started investigation into his case. And from here now, you hear that they deported him, and then we will blame village people and say, oh, now village people, now they do, now make a comeback. Oh, you don't see and say, but he's the one now who went to steal all this rubbish. You imagine stealing a Wi-Fi this thing and a computer. Waiting, how much are you going to? That, believe me, it's not even a laptop. It's a desktop computer. So some people have gone nuts in this country. Maybe it's depression. I don't know. Does depression mean stealing? I'm not sure. It doesn't. At the end of the very directive right, which took place on Friday, the judge, invalidating the arrest, ordered his release with the application of the additional security measure of probation. Given the persistence of his inability to understand and and his social danger to the arrested person. For the Nigerian, the PS authority will also be asked to issue a mandatory deportation order with a ban on returning to the municipality of Fabro. So they have placed him on a deportation list and banned him from that very city. So you see that you see that the country doesn't really want to go, the extreme with immigrants. They don't really, care. Before this country, Italy, can deport you, my brother, know that the problems you have is either you have that problem with an individual that is unforgiving, somebody who says, oh, I will pay for his flight to be deported. I will pay for him to be deported. That is, in such cases, that is where you see that the person who committed that very crime must be deported. But sometimes you realize that they can ban the person from that particular city where he committed that crime for a certain number of years. Tell him not to return to that particular community. That's how they do. But anytime they see him violating that ban, that is where they can now take maybe a very drastic action against that immigrant. I hope you guys understand. But please, I want to use this opportunity to advise our people to stay away from crime. Stay away from crime, because this crime is staining our image. These crimes are staining our identities. So when you go, they say, oh, who knows whether this one is a part of them? Who knows whether this one is also, doing all those things that they are doing? You see? So I would beg make una stay away from crime. It doesn't pay at all. Imagine what somebody went to steal: Wi-Fi and a computer, probably a desktop. How much is a desktop computer in Italy? Something that people doesn't even value. So this person is acting like somebody who is mad, who doesn't have a common sense. All right. So I will be seeing you people on the next video. Please, if you want to send money to Nigeria, I want to use this opportunity to introduce Tap Send. All right. It's an application that you can download from your Play Store or App Store, depending on the phone that you are using. And if you do that, please use my promo code here, which is Critics News in capital letters, to send that money. They are going to give you additional £5, €5, $10, 25 AEDs from UK, US, UAE, EU, and Canada. If you're sending money to Nigeria, please, and I beg, use this promo code. God bless you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Ciao.